Hi class, session 3 of the week. We're going to change it up a little bit and we're going to do what's called a grouping workout. So what I do is I divide up the session into 3 parts and 3 groupings of exercises, and we'll go through the first grouping of exercises one at a time as usual. And then I'm going to repeat those same exercises again before we move on to the second grouping. Okay, so instead of going through the entire session and then looping through again, we're going to go section by section by section. Okay, so it'll just be a nice little twist, kind of change it up and keep it creative. There's also some new exercises and obviously some of the same. So let's go ahead and get started, and we'll start with our chest expansion. And down for cat and cow. Remember just to be aware of how you're feeling, how your body feels through the warm-up. If you're a little bit sore or tight, just take it slowly. Let's turn this into dynamic. All right, come to a seated position. We're going to come down for the 100 first with our legs vertical, right? Legs tall. And then we'll go into our leg circles. So here we go. Come on down. Bring your legs with you all the way up and begin. When you're done, go ahead and bring your head down and your legs down and go right into your leg circle. So tall leg, bent knee, open hip, and begin circling. And reverse. And switch legs. Bend, open, circle. And reverse. And down. Good. All right, here we go. So first exercise is our single leg. So we're going to go traditional today with single legs. So go ahead and bring your knees in. Remember, we are scooping. Chin is down to chest. And we're just going to exchange gentle pull on this bent knee. Extension of that horizontal leg. Nice and slow exchange. And of course, you're breathing, right? One more, and rest. Good. Okay, so the second exercise is new. We haven't done these before. These are called frog legs, and they are a variation of our double leg exercise. So what's going to happen is both legs will be moving in and out, just like with double legs, which is a different position. So go ahead and bring your knees in. You're going to go ahead and part your knees and your legs, and then you're going to go ahead and bring your head and shoulders up and bring your hands behind your neck. So my legs are going to stay parted, and then I'm going to extend the legs and pull the legs in. So these are frog legs, focusing on scooping, pressing that back down into the mat and breathing. Exhale here, inhale in, one more, and rest. Nice. Next is crisscross. We'll go traditional today. We haven't done this in a while. Traditional, we've been modifying crisscross quite a bit. So just a reminder, go ahead and bring your knees in, head and shoulders up, hands behind the neck. So we're going to extend the right leg, pull that right elbow against or across to that left knee, and then to the opposite side. Keeping the shoulder blades off the floor, rotating across the rib cage, full extension of that horizontal leg, and breathing. Last one here, and rest. Nice. All right, so we'll transition into a bridge exercise. Go ahead and bring your arms down at your sides, legs are bent, feet on the floor. We're going to do an arm sweep out to the sides as we lift our hips. All right, here we go, ready, up. Remember to lock it in at the top, tighten the glutes, pull the abdominals in. Let's exhale as we lift. One more. And in. Nice. Okay, so next exercise we have is our single straight leg. So this is traditional as well. We haven't done these in a while. Remember, legs are straight all the way up, head and shoulders up, hands behind the legs, chin to chest, scooping. You're going to let this leg go and gently pull on the back of the vertical leg and switch. Nice and slow in the exchange. There's no pace or speed involved in this. Just warming up. Last one here. And rest. One more exercise in this grouping. This is a new exercise, so just like with the frog legs, right? That was a new exercise. We're going to do what's called footwork, and so this is a brand new one. It is a variation of our double straight leg exercise. So we're going to go ahead and start with the knees in. Go ahead and bring your head and shoulders up off the mat. Bring your hands behind your neck. And what's going to happen here is I'm going to part my knees so that my heels are close together. And from here I'm going to extend my legs up in an open V. I'm going to lower in V, bring my heels together, keep my knees separated, and pull my knees in to start, okay? So we extend, lower, pull in with feet together. Keeping the knees parted, exhaling as you lower the legs. Nice and slow and controlled. One more. Good. And go ahead and lower those legs and head and arms. Nice. Okay, so we've completed the first cycle of the first grouping. So now we're going to revisit those exercises, go through that whole cycle again, except now we're going to double up. So we're just going to practice doubling up back to back. So we have 6 exercises, so we'll go 3 sets of 2. If at any point in time you need to just shorten the length of time you're on one exercise, that's fine. You can rest and then try to pick right back up where I am in the lesson, okay? All right, so we're going to start with our single leg, and then we're going to go in to our frog legs. So let's go ahead and bring both knees in, and let's go single leg to start. Here we go. So check yourself, all those cues. This is the last one. We're going into footwork. Bring the knees in, hands behind the neck, part the legs, out and in. Check yourself. Are you scooping? Are you breathing? And rest. All right, so back to back again. We're gonna go crisscross first, and then we'll do some bridge work with arm sweep, okay? So crisscross is next. Go ahead and bring your knees in, head and shoulders up, hands behind your neck, and go ahead and begin. Check yourself on your cues. Scooping, extension, breathing. Last one. And down. Arms down at your sides. Bridging with outward arm sweep. And down. Check yourself. Are you locked in at the top? Are you exhaling as you lift? Good. And rest. All right. So next we have our single straight followed by our footwork exercise. We're going to go back to back. Just make sure that you're staying with me as much as possible. We're not speeding up anything, and we're just building on stamina here, okay? So both legs all the way up, head and shoulders up, single straight. Here we go. Last one here. Hands behind your neck. Bend the knees, feet are together. Here we go, ready? Extend, lower, bend, pull the feet in, and back to start. last one. Good. All right, take a little rest here. Big breathing. So that was the first grouping. So we've gone through 2 times through the cycles, two times through the routines. So now we're going to move on to the second grouping of exercises. Again, we'll go through the first time, one at a time, and then we'll go through the second time and we'll layer some or double some up to, as much as we can. We have, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 9 exercises in this next grouping, so a significant amount more, right? Significantly more. So we're just going to go ahead and take our time. All right, so that roll up hole is still in a 2-part exercise, so we're rolling up and rolling down. We're going to start with our arms outstretched behind our neck. Now, we're going to see if we can come up to a vertical position with our trunk, okay? If you can't, you're still just holding as high as you can. If you want, you can hold onto your legs and see if you can pull yourself up just to a little bit more of a tall position. So watch me. This is what I mean by holding onto the legs. So I'm going to sweep, lift, and if I want to, I'm just going to assist myself, just come up a little bit higher and then let go of my legs. Okay? All right, here we go. Ready? And sweep, lift, come up a little higher. Try to get that whole back up off the mat if you can. If not, just do the best you can. Exhale here, press, tighten. One more. All right, we're going to come over to our side, push ourselves up, seated position for roll down holds. We're going to change this exercise up a little bit as well. So what we're going to do here is we're going to open up by just slightly twisting from side to side. So watch me. I'm going to roll down as usual, collapse my spine, and lean back. And from here, I'm just going to open and open. That's it. So just a slight opening from side to side in that sit back, roll back position. Okay? Here we go. Collapse your spine, lean back, let go, open, open, and back up. So what's happening is we're just in that roll back position just a little bit longer. So we're asking our lumbar area, our lower back, to hold us a little bit longer. And we're also preparing for a seated twist. One more. Good. Okay. Extend your legs. So the seated twist is going to have a different look as well. So usually what we've been doing is we've had our hands behind our neck, we've had our arms extended, and so now what's going to happen is we're going to lock our hands. So extending our arms out in front, make sure we have a nice tall trunk, holding on to our hands. I'm going to pull one elbow back, so I'm bending one arm and pulling my other arm straight, keeping it extended across my chest. Slowly back to start in the center. Other arm bends and pulls. And back to center. So maintaining tall posture, breathing. So this is our seated twist with locked hands. Good. All right, front stretch. Extend your arms up over the top. Slowly stretch this lower body. You should still feel a little bit of tightness maybe in your hamstrings, your glutes. And we're just going to work through it here. Not forcing anything at all. We'll go one more. Good. So there's going to be days, like today for me, I'm really tight through my hamstrings and my glutes because I did a spin class yesterday, so my muscles are really tight. There's going to be days where you're just a little bit tighter, maybe a little bit more flexible. Things just don't seem to be working quite right, and what we don't want to do is force anything. That means just work against what's happening, how you're feeling, right? We just want to work through it with our body, and maybe eventually it'll work itself out, okay? All right, so after front stretch, we have seated balance. So we're gonna do a drop leg with an arm reach, and in order to drop the leg, we need to make sure that when we're in seated balance, that our leg is parallel to the floor. So when we balance, we're going to go ahead and extend these calves up towards feet or towards the wall, okay? And we are going to sit up tall in our trunk. So this is our starting position. Now when I drop the leg, my left leg, I reach up with my left arm. Holding this position, I bring it back. I'm going to drop my right leg and reach up with my right leg. So while the leg and the arm are doing the work, I stay very still with my trunk. Working on balance here, stability in my back, my abs are pulled in, I'm breathing. Another thing is when you focus on balance, you tend to be a little bit more focused, right? Emphasizing that balance. All right, go ahead and bring your feet down, lean forward, knee hug, release the back. All right, remember that rolling like a ball exercise. If you need to layer your mat, layer your mat. We're going to go ahead and practice that rolling like a ball. This time, instead of bringing our hands underneath our thighs, we're actually going to level up on this rolling like a ball, and that we're going to bring our hands over our knees now. So it's just a different hand position. So instead of here, we're going to be here, okay? If for some reason this is too awkward or challenging, just bring your hands back underneath your legs, okay? All right, so same exercise, same movement, just a different hand position. So we're rounded and scooped, hands over knees, head is down. We're gonna roll back and roll up. Emphasizing the scooping to help pace your roll. Breathe. One more. Good. Okay. We're going to come back onto our elbows, so we're leaning back. Anytime we lean back, our abdomen is tall, right? And we're going to do an outward knee pull. So one leg is bent, one leg is extended, abdomen is tall, and I'm going to pull this knee out and towards my trunk. And back to start. So it's just out away from the body, knee is out, side of the body. So we're really working inside that groin area, so that inner thigh, inside the pelvis, inside the hip there. The hip adductors are really working here, as well as those lower abdominals. One more. switch. Extend the other leg, make sure, check yourself, abdomen is tall, pull out and back. Let's go one more. Good. And then we're gonna lean forward and go into spine stretch. Split your legs. Again, nice and slow. All right, let's go into that side Z position. This will be our final exercise of this second grouping, and that's our mermaid. So Z position of the legs. Find your spot. Hands on shin, hand on mat. Sitting up tall, pressing the abdomen forward, sweeping and pulling. Remember, first time through, we're just gently assisting the side bend. One, and then we're going to switch our legs to the other side. The other thing I wanted to mention about forcing movement or forcing stretches, since we don't do that normally, hand on shin, we're going to check our posture. Since we don't normally force anything, what happens is when we force something, we're working against the grain. So we're working against something that we've been practicing, okay, a routine. Our body is used to practicing a certain way, a controlled pace, controlled movement. And so when you start to force things, and I'm talking about forcing, not challenging, then other muscle groups start to work for us, and that's called compensating, right? And so when that happens, then we take our focus, this is it, and come back to a seated position, take our focus off what we're trying to do, okay? And then sometimes injuries happen. So restriction happens, injury might be happening, and then you might just feel some, almost like a tweak or a soreness in a different part of your body because compensating, okay? So just take it easy if you need to. All right, so we're gonna go second time through the second grouping. We're gonna start up with those roll up, hold, assist if needed, holding onto the legs, pulling yourself up a little bit higher, and then we'll go into the roll downs, okay? So come on down. Bring your arms back behind you, slight bend in the knees. Here we go. So this is the first time that we've actually tried to challenge ourselves to come up from a roll-up hold. So this is a good time to check and see, am I ready? Am I ready to come all the way up? And if you can get that whole back off the mat, you probably are. Roll to your side, push yourselves up, roll up holds, or roll down holds, right? With that slight opening, left and right. Here we go. Last one. All right, legs extended. So we have that seated twist with our hands locked, sitting up tall. Here we go. Pull. See if you can go a little deeper into that twist if you can. Breathing, big breathing here because we're upright. Blow all of that air out nice and slow and far. And let's go right into front stretch from here. Still continuing with big breathing. One more. Good. All right, so we have seated balance with the leg drop. So we're going to go ahead and find our seated balance position, lift our calves up so they're parallel to the floor, and we're going to keep our back flat and drop and raise that arm. Focusing on balance. Two more. Last one. Good. Knee hug. Layer your mat if you need to right now for rolling like a ball. So rolling like a ball, we have hands over knees, different hand position this time. Hopefully you're getting better at this. Ready position here, balanced, scooped, and begin. Last one. Good. All right. We have elbow lean back with that outward knee pull. And then we're going to go right into our spine stretch. Okay? All right. Here we go. Leaning back, tall abdomen, one leg extended, one leg bent. Here we go. Out and in. And switch legs. And pull and extend. We'll go one more and then we'll sit up tall and go right into spine stretch. There we go. Split those legs and begin. All right, mermaid position. Our last exercise of the second grouping. So we should be able to get a little bit of a deeper stretch from side to side, right? We're warmed up. Let's go ahead and try that. Abdomen is pushed forward, tall trunk. Assist yourself into a little bit of a deeper side bend. Big breathing. Last one. And switch your legs to the other side. And pull. One more. And then we'll come back to a seated position in front center ourselves before we turn over. All right, we're going to go ahead and turn over for our back work. So we have, this is the last grouping, right? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, a lot. So another 9 exercises to finish the routine. So we're going to start with slow swim. So we've done this before, arms and legs opposite, lifting. So go ahead and rest on that rib cage. Head is up off the mat, and we're just going to lift right arm, left leg, and left arm, right leg. Pausing at the top with the lift, tightening the glutes, pressing the pelvis down, all of those cues, right? Breathing. Good. Come up on your elbows. We have single leg kicks. Hips up. Pull one foot in at a time. Tight on the hamstrings and glutes. Pull the abdominals up and in. Hold and breathe. Come on down. All the way down, we have double leg kicks. So go ahead and rest on your chin. Bring your arms all the way back to your sides. So remember, with double leg kicks, we've done this once before. We're going to bend our knees, bring our hands behind our lower back, bending our elbows. If you can, interlock your hands and then extend the arms. If not, just leave the arms apart, and then you're just going to extend your arms out, okay? So remember this, we're going to lift the trunk and lift the thighs up off the mat as we extend the arms and extend the legs, okay? And come on back. We're going to exhale as we lift. Ready? Either hands interlocked or arms apart, whichever is more comfortable for you. Squeeze those shoulder blades together at the top, tighten the glutes, press the hips down, lift those thighs, and breathe. Double leg kicks. Good. All right. Hands outside the chest, legs down, low back stretch. Push yourself up and back. Hold. Good. Let's go to table position. All right. So remember, when we're in table, nice and strong, and the abdomen in the back, okay? So with our table, we're gonna keep our knee bent, and we're gonna lift it back
And then we're going to extend from here, and then we're going to lower the leg and bring it in, okay? We'll go to the other side, knee up, leg out, knee down. Other side, up, out, down, other, up, out, down. Good. All right, kneeling tall. So we're going to do lean backs. We're going to start with our arms up, and when we lean back, we're going to pull our arms down to our sides. Okay? So remember, nice strong trunks, tight glutes, abs pulled in. Here we go. Ready? Lean back and bring the arms down and up. Only go as far back as you know. You can maintain your posture, and you can get right back up to start. Keep your head in line with your trunk. Don't drop your head back. Good. Okay, we're going to go into high plank, into downward dog. So go show me high plank, knees off the mat. And from here, keep your knees or your feet parted. You're going to pull your hips back into downward dog, heels coming down, head between the shoulders. Come back to high plank, hips down and back and down and back and down. One more and back and down. Good. Knees down. We're going to come over to our side. Come all the way down. So lying, hand propped behind your head. So we're going to do a combination of a straight leg lift and then with a front knee pull. Okay? Straight leg lift. We're going to go 2, 1, 2, 1 knee pull. Okay? So remember, abdomen is nice and snug, pressing the hip down, hand out in front if you need to. Here we go. 2 leg lifts, nice and strong in the leg. Front knee pull. Repeat. One more. Okay, up on your elbow. So remember, we've done these hip lifts with our legs bent and stacked. We're going to go ahead and extend the top leg, keeping the bottom leg bent and that knee on the mat, okay? All right, so from here, we're going to hip lift as we usually have done. We're going to start with our arm on our side here. And when I lift my hips up off the mat and I'm stabilizing myself with my extended leg with the foot there, I'm going to lift and reach up with my arm at the same time I lift my hip. Okay, here we go. Ready? Up, push the hips forward and reach up and come down. And up and down and up and down and up and down. Let's go one more and up and down. Good. All right, switch sides. All the way down. 2 and 1. Here we go. 1, a lift, not a kick. So we're really asking our hip abductors to be working. One more set. Good. Up on your elbow, bend the bottom leg, arm on hip. Here we go. Up and reach. One more. Good. All right, we're going to come all the way over to our tummies again. So we're repeating the same exercises. We're going to start with slow swim, and we're finishing here. All right, here we go, nice and slow. Last one here. Up on your elbows. So single leg kicks will go double pump. So we're just going to change it up. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Come on down for double leg kicks. Resting on your chin, arms and legs are bent. Interlocking hands or not, okay? Here we go, lift and reach. And breathe. One more. Good. Low back stretch. How are you doing, you guys? I hope you're feeling good, feeling strong. We're going to finish strong, right? So right now we have table. So we have bent knee, and we're going to stay on one side this time. So that's the difference. We're not alternating. All right, here we go. Bent, extend, drop. Bend, extend, drop. Try to stay as centered as you can over your trunk. One more. Switch sides. One more. Good. Kneeling tall. This time arms will start in front, chest height. When we lean back, our arms will come to our sides. A little more challenging. Don't arch your back. Pull those abdominals in. Stay nice and strong through the trunk. No bend. One more. Good. All right. High plank. Downward dog. Here we go. And back. And plank. And back. And plank. One more. All right, lying leg lifts. We're going to switch this up as well. So we're going to do a mini lift. So not a big lift here. We're going to go mini. So just here, right above the hip. Okay? We're going to go 4 and then 1 knee pull. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, pull, and down. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, pull, and down. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, pull, and down. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and pull. Elbow, bottom leg bent. Now, changing it up here as well. Instead of reaching up with our arm, I'm going to reach over with our arm, okay? Here we go. Ready? And lift, and reach over, and down, and up, and over, up, and over. One more, up, and over. Switch sides. Mini lifts. 4 of those and a knee pull. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and pull, and down. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and pull, and down. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, pull. This will be our last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and pull. Good. Elbow, sweep over. Here we go. One more. And seated position for seated accordions. And the home stretch, you guys, stay with me. Here we go. Accordions, let it go. Collapse your spine. Legs straight, arms out at our sides, figure 8s, down and up. Nice and strong in our arms and our shoulders. And bring your arms forward and back at your sides. Squeeze your shoulder blades. And rest. Stretch forward, let your back go. All right, we are done with session 3. Make sure you comment at the end there, and I look forward to our 4th session of the week. Remember to, give yourself some time in between routines if you can. So if you're really sore after this one, give yourself a day and then do the routine the next day when possible, okay? But try to manage your week as best as possible. Okay, good job. See you next time.